Welcome to
Emily
and Hector's
Retro Reviews.
Our Daddy Daughter Retro Review is bursting at the seams. We're getting so big. But we're not getting invited to any premieres or any special events or anything. So we have to do things like the common folk. We just came from watching Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire, where I didn't get a chance to get, I think it came with like popcorn stuff and what. I just got a cup for my wife. Let's not give any spoilers. Emily, what do you think?
Honestly, I did prefer Afterlife more than this one because I feel like Afterlife it did more of like nostalgic, like they played more into nostalgia, and I feel like the Frozen Empire, they were relying more on humor to kind of carry the movie. The storyline was there, but it felt a little bit rushed at some points. Even though it was a 2-hour long movie, I feel like they kind of focused on some things that weren't necessary, and then things that I felt like were more important, they were kind of grazed over. I felt like the timing for certain events that occurred in the movie, I felt like, some was just like, why didn't you explain it more? Or some was just like, you focused way too much on this, or why did this pop out so much?
They put the brakes on certain things for way too long, and then they rush things way too fast, especially the end.
Yeah, the end was, all that like occurred really quick.
I think Afterlife would have been a great starting point for all these incredible movies, but I don't know. This one, it was good, and I could see the comparisons to the real Ghostbusters, the animated cartoon, especially with the new gadgets, which are pretty cool. New characters, I didn't mind them. They were really good, except for one that I think the movie could have really done without. And minor spoiler, it's a ghost. Some of the ghosts.
I thought you were talking about the guy the fire master. I actually kind of like the
No,
ghost.
no. Oh, you did? You like the
like
ghost?
the ghost. I was gonna say that the fire master could do without, or either you like worked more on him or just omitted him completely.
I thought the girl ghost could have been just omitted completely.
But I felt like she kind of carried the story. Like, she's the one who kind of kept the ball rolling the entire time. And also I felt like it was a way to delve into McKenna Grace's character, because it's like adding depth onto her character. Of course she's a brainiac, but it's like it's not just the science part of it. She's kind of interested in the ghost lives, and I feel like with the whole new gadgets and stuff in that new lab that they're talking about, and they're like actually studying ghosts, I feel like that's an opener to, they can connect her interest. Because of course her grandfather was a ghost in Afterlife. We all know that she was able to interact with him, especially in the end of the movie. She was like able to hold the proton gunny thing like together. So I feel like that's why she's so interested in ghosts, and I think that's why she got so attached to the female ghost character, because it was just like, it reminded her of her grandfather.
Yeah.
So
I completely agree with that.
she has that sort of sentimental, and also she feels so like understood, and that's why she was saying like it sucks that the only person who I can relate to is dead, you know?
Yeah. This is actually a really good discussion. This is why we didn't talk about it on our way home. Yeah, because see, you guys are getting a 18-year-old female point of view, and then you're getting a 43-year-old male point of view, who I literally grew up with the Ghostbusters. But then again, I can say Emily kind of grew up with the Ghostbusters.
I think I grew up more with the cartoon series than anything, because I felt like I was more intrigued by that, because they're cartoons, you know, with the movies, no offense, but it was just like, it was a bunch of men in suits, and it didn't really resonate with me. But I felt like the cartoon, especially, I felt like they could do more with the cartoon, because every episode it was a new ghost, and I feel like this was an opener, like you were saying, to connect it more to the cartoon, because now I feel like they have the perfect Like, the ball is rolling just to start making more movies, and then they can do, like, the bedtime ghost. What is it? The boogeyman? That was so scary.
Yeah.
They could totally do a movie just based off of him.
Well, I thought the character in this, the baddie, Garaku, was actually pretty scary.
Yeah, he was good.
Scary. But, again, he appears, and not too long after,
they just send him away.
He's caught. Maybe it's me with nostalgia, but I think they could have included Peter Venkman just a little bit more. I think there would have been room for the original Ghostbusters to actually take more of a lead in this, especially Ray Stantz. This goes back to Ray being the heart of the Ghostbusters, and you see it where he's having a discussion with Winston Zedmore, and Winston's trying to tell him, "You're old. Come on. You gotta grow up. You can't be doing this anymore. Is this how you want to spend the rest of your golden years?" And Ray Stantz says, "Yes." Yeah.
But I feel like a lack of their presence is like a symbolization of like them passing the torch to the new generation.
Yeah.
Because there's gonna come a time where it's like they're gonna be completely gone from the movies.
Yeah.
So it's like they are stringing them out, and I feel like if they were just to continue to have their presence very heavy, it would kind of be like the Halloween movies, you know, just repeat it. Eventually you're gonna have to retire them, and they're all kind of doing their own thing, you know.
Mild spoiler here. Phoebe, because she's underage, she's kind of forced to stop being a Ghostbuster, but she doesn't want to. Here's the teenage angst of her saying, "Oh, they won't let me be what I want to be, and I want to, you know."
And I think that's why she like resonates with the female ghost so much, because she feels like she's put to the side, and like her feelings aren't being taken into consideration. So I feel like that's why they added the ghost, and then her brother's kind of he's just playing around with Slimer, you know, doing boy things. So
I recommend seeing it on a budget. Go during the week, like Wednesday in the afternoon. You pay like $6 to get in. I paid $12 each ticket. Go in there, just watch it, just casually watch it. I don't highly recommend it. I'll probably give it a 6 out of 10.
Wow.
Honestly, it's a different movie than Afterlife. Because Afterlife doesn't have as much laughs, but it has a lot of heart. This movie has a little more laughs, but it doesn't really have the heart that Afterlife did.
Yeah.
How about you?
Okay, comparing it to the cartoon, it did have more of that like hee hee ha ha of the cartoon, but of the movies, it was confusing, because I was like, wait, it's like, as a standalone movie, I don't know if I didn't like it, because it was like so too humorous to be a Ghostbuster movie, but humorous enough to be like a cartoon. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I don't know how I feel about it as a movie, but it's like, if I pretend that it's a cartoon episode and it's 2 hours long, then I'm like, okay. I don't know, because I feel like it was too jokey. Like, this is Ghostbusters, you know? So it's like,
Ghostbusters was jokey.
I know, but I feel like it was super jokey, like, to the point where it was inserious.
So do you recommend it?
I feel like you're a little too harsh, but I feel like my rating is pretty close. I would give it like a 7 out of 10. You kind of have to go in there not expecting anything too serious, because I feel like there's points where it's like, oh, okay, it's getting serious, and then jump cut to Finn Wolfhard like feeding Slimer and trying to catch him. You know, but I like that there's like little jump cuts, so it isn't too serious the entire time, because, sorry not to compare it to Afterlife again, but Afterlife was fairly serious. So I like the juxtaposition when comparing both movies. It's just like one super serious, and it's like, okay, let's change it. But I feel like that's why I was so shocked and confused when going into it, because I was expecting something serious as Afterlife, because this is the sequel to it. It was a little confusing, but then like once you kind of like, okay, let me calm down, let me just watch it, then it's like, okay, this is
once you settle in on what they're trying to present to you, I guess. I hope you guys enjoyed a daddy-daughter retro review of Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Comment, let us know what you thought of the movie. Like I said, Take $6 with you. Watch it during a matinee on a Wednesday. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you on the next review.
Today on Ben, Disney and their minions come together for their mutual hatred of their own company's timeless classics. And now here's our host, Gentle Ben.
I mean, you know, the original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so.
Nan, I have a question.
No, Ben, no!
Hi, thank you for watching my video. If you would like to watch another video, you can click right here. Or, if you prefer, you can click right here. Goodbye.